Look at all these people that are live. Like this dude, how you're not that awake already? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. It's kind of scary. I'm a 37-year-old man who woke up early to watch the Pokemon Presents presentation, great alliteration, happening this morning on August 3rd. So let's just get into what was talked about at this presentation. Jacob in his coat of many colors was the host of this. He had kind of like little Harry Potter glasses and a little fancy jacket on. There's some Pokemon World Championship happening in London, which I guess is cool. Pokemon Go and Pokemon Unite are also now added to this event. That seems to be a very big thing. You know, those are kind of pay to play games though, so, or at least pay to win. So I'm not quite sure how that'll work. I guess if you just spend a lot of money, you could become a Pokemon champion with that. It's a nice little event, you know, it's for people that like to play Pokemon games competitively and the card games and crap like that. They showed off a new Pikachu trophy, which kind of just looked like two amiibos stacked on top of a trophy. I feel like you'd be better off selling it for money, for real world currency. I don't know if there's money that happens at this, but yes, Pokemon World Championship is happening. It's in London. Maybe you go fly out there and you can meet MVG because he lives out in London, a British son of a. Pokemon Go Fest information. I really didn't know this game was still popping like that. Pokemon is wild because when you think of it, they have a lock on like so many different styles of games, like mobile games and card games and console games and all of this stuff. All this random crap that you never really think of, but Pokemon is just, you know, still killing it. I played Pokemon Go Fest when it came out like 6 years ago, and I just got tired of wasting gas like driving around. But you know, there was that whole community aspect where like people were just playing it together, so that's kind of cool. You know, whatever. I don't even really remember what they talked about in this because I don't play Pokemon Go anymore. Then there was some Pokemon Unite stuff. Now, I didn't really hate this game, but I could tell it was definitely going to be a time sink and a money sink for me. They're adding in some new events into it and stuff like that's cool, but you got to remember, anything that touts itself as free, this isn't really free. Like, you know, it's amazing how people don't pick up on that. They get you in, you know, it's like they get you in the door and then you check it out and you're like, yeah, this is cool. And then all of a sudden you're homeless because you spent your rent money on Pokemon Unite stuff to be the best that like no one ever was. But then next up we got Pokémon Masters EX information. It's selling its 3rd anniversary. I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like a mobile game because of the images that they showed. I have no idea what Pokémon Masters EX is, but if you're a fan, they're celebrating. Celebrate good times, come on. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Breaking news, Mewtwo is back in Pokemon Cafe Remix. I have been waiting for this day for a very long time. You know, playing Pokemon Cafe Remix, I was like, where the hell is Mewtwo? Like, this is BS, but yeah, he's back. Pokemon just kind of throws their name on anything, like I said, and it just does well. So, I mean, it makes sense, and I understand why the Pokemon company does it, but I don't think I've ever sat there and been like, you know, I really want to play a game where you're, you know, you're controlling a bunch of Pokemon, running a restaurant, and paying them in small wages, probably like violating so many labor laws with that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People love it, and people now love that Mewtwo is back in Pokemon Cafe Remix. The wait is over, folks. That was the big end of the presentation. Oh, wait, there was one more thing. Kind of the important thing. Kind of the reason why I was watching this, and that of course was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet information. This game comes out in November. I was a big fan of Pokemon Legends. Like, I really enjoyed that game. It felt like the Pokemon game I always wanted as a kid, you know, with that open world aspect. You played the original game, you had these visions in your mind of what the series would end up becoming, and then it took quite a while to get there, 20 plus years. But now we're finally here. Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, the open world Pokemon games. So what are they bringing to the table now that we're going to get some more details? That's what we're going to talk about here. So they pretty much went into detail about like how the game is going to work, the region you're in, how things are going to transpire, and all that sort of stuff. So we're in the Paldea region. It's an open world thing. That's sort of one of the big things about this game, is just the open world aspect. It's not open regions like we saw with Pokemon Legends, where it was like, okay, you could go in this set area at first. This is like a true open world game. I guess you could just run to the last, gym leader and then just get your ass kicked right at the start. But, it has that option. There's a bunch of different ways to traverse the area, much like in Pokemon Legends. Honestly, there looks like there's some cool set pieces to explore in this game. There's multiple towns and different landscapes that you'll encounter, like your typical like snowy stuff and stuff. But I like the multiple towns because I feel like that could lead to some interesting situation. Your legendary Pokemon is like your partner. And like I said, there's a bunch of different ways to sort of move around. Like they could turn into like a bike, like a freaking motorcycle. You can run down those Pokemon, get out of my way. And they can also fly and climb up mountains, much like in Pokemon Legends, where you get that certain Pokemon, you could climb up the side of a mountain. So they are including, it looks like they are including like quite a few mechanics from Legends in the game, which I think is a smart idea. The story-wise, you basically are a student, you enroll in academy, and there are 3 different stories within the game. Now, they talked about one of them being a gym leader path with no restrictions, so kind of like traditional stuff. You go, you do your gym battle, you move on to the next gym battle, so on and so forth, but you could go any way. You don't have to go to like gym leader 1 or gym leader 2, 3, like in ascending order. You could start wherever you want, and you can finish wherever you want. I do wonder if the game is going to sort of scale based on that, or if they're just going to let you do that. That'll be interesting to see. But the other thing was like there are 2 other stories within the game, and they clearly said that. And they said that there's many surprises, but they didn't elaborate on it. Like, well, what are these other stories? That's kind of what I'm more interested in than just the traditional gym leader stuff. I want to know what else is going on, but hey, it is what it is. They showed off a bunch of different characters you'll encounter and different Pokemon types you'll encounter on your adventure. Some little weird Peedly-doof or something. Like I said, there's gonna be people who are diehard Pokemon fans talking about this and literally. I can't say that. Literally like trying to, climax with just excitement from this because their favorite Pokemon type is now in the game or something. I'm not that person, okay? I am the average person who's a very casual Pokemon fan who's just getting back in with Legends. Those people that I showed you at the start of the video, they're the ones that are crying with tears of joy. I'm sure it's all real and not just for money. But yeah, I do wonder how they come up with the new Pokemon types and stuff. Like, I just assume it's drugs. There's co-op play with up to 3 people online as well, and honestly, that is pretty freaking cool. I think Pokemon games should be, with multiple people playing them, and you should be able to play with your friends, and you should be able to link up. Granted, it's taken quite a while to go down to get to this area, to get to this portion of where Pokemon is starting to actually have like modern features. But hey, you know what? Better late than never, I say. And I do like that. I think that's a really cool aspect. There's some stuff with, oh God, Tera styling and Tera types of Pokemon, which kind of just confused me. I guess it's a way to capture Pokemon, but they turn into like Tera crystals and they can change based on that. So like maybe a fire Pokemon can become a water Pokemon with a Tera capturing and Tera styling. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm sure there are people that fully understand that, but as far as I know, this is a brand new thing into Pokemon, so, whatever. There's also a raid battle gameplay mode where you play online with your friends or whatever, and involving the Tera types once again, and you can, like, capture rare Tera type Pokemon. It really just seems like another way to get people to keep playing the game, even after they've, finished the main story or finish one of the 3 main stories of the game. It's just kind of that gameplay loop because you're like, oh, I really want this Tera type Pokemon, that you probably have like a 1 in a million shot of getting the Tera type to become the Tera type that you actually want, like a fire to a water Pokemon or something. But just knowing that you can is incentive enough for a lot of people. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The graphics. The graphics of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet looks like an HD 3DS game. Let's just keep it a buck here. Let's keep it a buck. There are going to be people that are like, this is one of the best looking games ever. No, it's not. No, it's not. It looks like an HD 3DS game. Like, that's, I'm not trying to knock it or anything like that, but they don't care about the graphics of the game. Is it because they're lazy? Is it because they don't know how to make proper HD games? Because they were stuck on handhelds for so long, making the same visual style of a game for decades? I don't know. I don't know what to say. When you look at Game Freak, though, they are a massive company worth billions of dollars, literally billions of dollars, and they still can't make a game that looks great for a mainline Pokemon game. You know, it's fine. It's serviceable. It does the job. Obviously, the open world itself is going to be very interesting, but when you look at things like landscapes within the open world, it looks very barren. There's not a lot going on. Like, you look at the environments themselves, there's lots of large textures that are just supposed to be like one thing, like a grass thing. The trees themselves don't look really all that great. Some of the Pokemon look fine, but it's not a game where it's like when you look at the Nintendo Switch, and all these other games on there that are real graphically heavy games, you know, games, the first party, you can even do first party games, like games like Mario Odyssey. Like, that's a beautiful looking game. No matter how you're playing it, no matter when you're playing it, it's a beautiful looking game. Pokemon games have not made that leap, and they probably never will. And like I said, you can make a debate, you can make a case saying that they just don't know how to, or you can make a case saying they're just lazy. They're just lazy and they're just skimming by because they know that people will buy the Pokemon game regardless. Doesn't matter. They could crap on a box and write Pokemon on the side of it and people would buy it. And both of these answers are correct. Both of these answers, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but the game itself, it's not really a looker. You know, it looks like a Pokemon game. There's not that visual style evolution that we've come to expect. And you know, it's man, will it ever happen? Who knows? But when you got one-man modder teams making Pokemon games that actually look current gen and actually look, you know, graphically pleasing, and the just giant company that's worth billions of dollars can't figure it out, it is a bit disheartening. But overall, I don't know. I don't think this presentation was for me. I wanted to learn about Scarlet and Violet stuff. I learned about Scarlet and Violet stuff, which was good. I didn't know if there would be like some surprises or stuff. I guess the surprise was, hey, we're talking about our mobile games. Give us your money so that we can make another, you know, graphically unpleasing Pokemon game. I'm just kidding. You know, if you like the graphical style, that's great, but you got to keep it a buck with this. But overall, it was a fine presentation. I learned about what I wanted to learn about. I don't think there was big surprises. I thought some people were expecting like some surprise games or something. Maybe Detective Pikachu 2 is going to be at this event. It seemed pretty cut and dry, seemed pretty bare bones, but the Scarlet and Violet information was what I came for. I got it, so I was satisfied with it. So let me know in the comments section down below what you thought of this event. Did you enjoy it? What did you think of the way that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet look? Do you think Game Freak will ever evolve into a graphical powerhouse company? Because they won't. They won't. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit that bell notification as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.